Can you tell us what went into your head in your head during the finals during the coronation night? Because there were a lot of very competitive girls in the mix, and making top 14, making top 4 is going to be a hard thing to achieve, because this match is very competitive. It's silent but very competitive.
Yes, silent but deadly.
Yeah, silent but
Really,
deadly.
I didn't expect at first. I definitely didn't expect how difficult it was going to be. As a first timer, medyo like happy lang, right? Happy go lucky pa. Pero as time went on, I got to really see what it was all about. It was really like, we gotta fight. Each and every one has to perform in order to make a mark somewhere. I decided I was going to really listen to the advice, the pieces of advice of people. And that really helped. And sometimes it did hurt. It did hurt sometimes. A lot of people recommend not to read the comments, not to hear or listen to other people's opinions, especially the bashers. But I tried to find the good in it. And doing so helped me win my Best in Swimsuit award. I was bashed really badly at first for my pasarela before, but then it became one of my biggest strengths. So I cannot wait for more opportunities for me to showcase what I learned throughout the journey, what I was able to gain from all the supporters, because they all have helped me. You all have helped me be the person that I am today. You've all been part of my journey, and I want to say that this position, Binibini Pilipinas 2025 first runner-up, is not just for me, it's for everyone involved, for you as well.
Yeah, and it also feels like maybe because people don't know your story, that's why it's easier for them to say something negative about you.
Yes, of course. That is a main reason why people sometimes say some things, but I wanna try to stop that. I want to help put an end to bullying, cyberbullying, because it's dangerous. I've experienced it even before pageantry. I've been bashed, I've been bullied, cyberbullied. Even in school, I've been bullied. So it has so much weight. Voices, words, even thoughts, the things that you think sometimes have weight and can really alter the way you feel, the way you go about your day. And it's dangerous. It's something that we should terminate. We need to promote more positive thinking, more kindness, more curiosity, because that's what makes the world beautiful and a better place, when we get to understand each other, really try to listen to one another. Like you being here listening to me and what I have to say, not just as a first runner-up, but as Dalia, is really special. It makes me feel loved,
Yes.
And hearing you talk, I'm sure it's nice. It's a nice feeling for you, but it also helps me grow. So as long as we can teach the youth, the people on the internet, that let's have more conversations, but let's make sure that we're responsible in the things that we say, filter out some things. Because my first Q&A, I didn't do my best. I've had trainings, and there were days during my trainings where I was really, really good. There were days where I was really, really bad. Like I would also not be able to understand properly, or not be able to say something properly, or word it the way I wanted it to sound. But it's all a learning process. And as long as we have each other's back, continue to critique in order to construct instead of tearing each other apart, then we can really we can make the Philippines amazing.
And there's a valid point there, because there's a difference between criticism and a critique. A critique, there is this is the good, this is the bad, this is the things that you can do to improve.
Better,
And I like what you said about conversations, because I think when we have open conversations, we not only lift the conversation on pageantry, because people think that our industry is shallow.
Right? I won't even I really, really agree with what you say, because even as an artista, I get the same opinions about the artista industry, about show business. I hear the same thing about pageantry. But as you were saying,
as I was saying, because they think our industry is shallow. Do you think that there is a need for people to get to know this industry first before telling that this is a industry that only promotes, this physical beauty? Because people who are not involved in pageantry, that is their first, that's like their go-to opinion, that we're not curing cancer, so why do we take this too seriously?
I understand, but you're right. It's heartbreaking to see that some of these women's hard work, because we're mostly women in this industry, and what's even more beautiful is that we are led by some of the most amazing leaders, and they're also women. Now, well, back in the day, it was mostly led by men, but now it's led by women, and we are getting even more hate for it. So it's heartbreaking, but at the same time, what we should do is really focus on the good. As people involved, it's beautiful that the LGBTQ plus community is so strong here. It's really what makes pageantry in the Philippines the way it is. People from all around the world look up to Filipinos for their skills in pageantry. Even as someone who's grown up in Kuwait, in the Middle East, I have seen the weight of pageantry and how much it's changed the world. It changed it makes the Philippines what it is. And I love that so many beautiful communities are a part of it. So let's just continue to do our thing, promote what we do best, what the media does best, what the pros do best. The pros know their stuff. As a first timer, everything that, for example, my friend Adam, everything that my friend Adam says or what you say, grabe yung bigat ng sinasabi nyo. Kasi yung opinions nyo, you guys study this. It's not shallow, really. Ang daming trainings involved, ang daming nangyayari.
And people don't see those
things. So let's just continue to shine light on these facts, because no queen became queen without all the trainings, without all the sweat, all the tears, all the prayers, all those nights where she thought it wasn't for her. It's all part of the process. As long as we just keep pushing each other to be our best, to continue to use our voices, I'm sure people will be able to appreciate one way or another.
And since you mentioned using your voice, as first runner-up and as with Binibini Pilipinas being a charity organization, is there like a social project that you want that the Binibini Pilipinas organization would like to support or be involved with your help helming the special cause? Yes,
I advocate for LGBTQ plus rights. I advocate for love for all, same-sex marriage. This is very bigat for me. Has so much weight for me because I also want to give back to the communities that are involved. The LGBTQ plus is a very big factor of the Filipinos' wins in pageantry. The designers, our makeup artists, they are so heavily involved, and I want to give back. I want to give something back by using my voice as a Binibini to empower them, to give them these rights. Because, you know what I mean? It's like we all deserve that. We all deserve that. As women, we deserve that. As human beings, we deserve that. So one thing I want to focus on is, of course, LGBT rights. That's the reason. And then I also want to focus on education, financial education,
financial literacy.
Exactly, financial literacy among children, because I find that it's the most. It's a way of changing mindsets. We can change the world when we can change mindsets. Because especially with children, once we start them young, teach them how to value not just money, but really value their future. I want the future generations to be able to have that in their hands, their future in their hands. And it's a beautiful thing that I'm a Gen Z. I get to really use my voice, not just for the Gen Zs, but also for the younger generations that are still finding their names. Baka Gen Alpha? Gen
Beta.
So Gen Alpha is before us.
Gen Alpha is after you.
After me, and then may Gen Beta pa.
Then may Gen Beta
See?
pa. Yes.
See, like the world is changing so fast. And so, yun, ang pinaka-importante is yung mindset natin. Dapat on top, dapat secured siya. So I'm excited. I'm excited
Yeah.
to learn more about myself. I'm excited to learn more about the communities
Yeah.
and fight for everyone. Fight for their voice, fight for their rights, and for their future.
Final question, because it took a village to to mount a pageant campaign like this,
Yes,
as
yes.
huge as this.
Yes.
So can you thank the people behind you, your LGUs, your team, your core team? I'm sure you're part of a camp.
Yes, yes.
Aces and Queens is part of that. Sir Jerry, hello. So take this opportunity, to show them your gratitude.
Aw, thank you so much for giving me this moment to be able to thank everyone involved. Binibini Filipinas, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity for me to use my voice to bring light and be able to thank these people. Sir Jerry, my camp, Aces and Queens, you all have made such a difference in my journey. You've opened my eyes with many, many, many things. Not just in pageantry, with the world. Like we were able in Binibini, we talk about real life issues. We have these conversations daily conversations that open our minds even more, open our eyes, open our hearts. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of this, especially with the women around, the business owners, the organization. Everyone is just so powerful and pushes us to be better. And I want to also thank my LGU, Las Piñas, my mayor, Aguilar, Miss Aguilar, Nena Aguilar. Thank you so much for supporting me financially, not just financially, but like even they're close to me because Miss Ivy is my dermatologist, so she was able to connect me with them. So they not only helped me financially, but they helped me even secure the name of Las Piñas.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that, because it's where I grew up and where I studied high school, and so I got to really carry the pride of a Las Piñero on stage, on the Binibini Filipina stage. Every time I think about, Dalia, Varde, Khattab, Las Piñas, every time I think about that, parang naiiyak ako, you know what I mean? It's really such an honor to carry a city, to carry all these people that I get to represent, my designers, Aaron Montoya, Ryuji, Shiomitsu, some of the most talented people in the industry of pageantry. Yeah, it's like I had the belief and the trust of these powerful, established people to represent them. And I'm happy that I get to wear this sash almost every single day.
Yeah, thank you, Dalia.